The human being wrote that shit, and they wrote their human tendencies into it.
But remember, after they said he made us, what happened after that? You regret.
But
And if you make something and you regret making it, that means you make a mistake.
no.
Yup.
I'm not with that
Yep.
shit, man.
Rumble,
I'm not
young
with that
man.
shit, buddy.
The only thing I can tell you, bro, is listen. Despite our position, let us remember to be kind to religious people. Okay,
That's correct. Yeah.
like we should always be kind to them. Like outside of the capacity of religion, belief or disbelief, let's not treat them any type of funny way when we're
No.
out in the real
No.
world. In these conversations, we have to stand our ground, have our positions, have our opinions, bring the facts. But what we're really trying to tell them is we're all human, and the mistakes we make is because of our humanity.
Mhm.
And there are some things that we will not learn if we don't make those mistakes. That's why we
Your
don't hate the
choices.
mistakes. Neither do we like them. It is just what it is. You know, if you begin to focus too much on the mistakes, then you're going to have to imagine a devil who's going to torment people who make those mistakes, forgetting that you yourself, you make those mistakes.
Mhm.
You know, and some people are so tired of life. They're so tired of life that they just want their dada and their mama.
Mhm.
You know, when you were a baby and you needed something, you just cried. And your dad brought it to you. Your mom brought it to you. But as you grow up, you realize, oh shit, I gotta work.
Mhm.
And when you work and you can't get what you want, what do? You go back to those childlike tendencies. That's why they imagine a father who is in heaven. The one thing I find strange about Christianity is how did you guys manage to imagine a father without a mother? What happened to your mother who is in heaven?
No balance.
Mm-hmm. I hope that your father who is in heaven is not a wife beater, or are they divorced? Is there a chance that the devil is God's wife
Because
and
I
they're
call him a
divorced?
deadbeat dad.
Is there a chance? Thank you for your time, my brother. Have a good
Not a
night.
problem, my friend.
I can imagine your God right now in heaven wearing a tank top. Oh shit. I can imagine God wearing a tank top, using the Holy Spirit as a belt. Oh man, that's why God don't want to come back because He knows if He comes back, human beings will put Him in jail for domestic abuse, or should I call it galactic abuse? Mm-hmm. Is your God a galactic abuser?
Yo, hold on.
Damn. That was. Tell me you were born yesterday without telling me you were born yesterday. God damn. Yo. Bro didn't even try. Oh, bro didn't even try to make a deep voice. Oh hell no, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You're too young.
All right, so basically, right, you can cash if I want to, but I want to make a deal with you. I'm going to go in and I'm going to give you, you owe me 100. I'm going to cut that 100 down. You owe me 50. And then you were paying $6,000 a month. Now, can you pay $300 a month? They're going to say, oh, what? Yeah, and I'm going to erase all negative that was on there because I own your debt. I can do whatever I want with your debt. Right? So can you pay $300? Yes. Well, now this is the deal. I want you to pay that and not be late for 6 to 8 months. You must be on time, but this thing is done. The agreement is done. Okay, I can do that. And they pay 6 months, some pay 6, some 8. When they pay that, now your debt becomes performing. Now performing what used to be 2020.
They had it all together. They was only at 30% cheap.
These are transliterations. They ain't seen shit. Cause they hadn't seen.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form. And
I mean, look, you're saying you're the front runner.
What you need to do is visit the writer's room. Yes, that's what you should do. What I need to do is get this young lady out from under my desk. No teeth, damn it.
Oops, sorry, Mr. Zelda. I didn't mean it. Oh, Gordon, this is so scary.
Shut up. Running out of places to slap you. We're fighting a red menace here. We've got no time for emotion.
What did you do during a war, Gordon?
I fought fascism.
In Germany? Italy?
No, dumbass, Florida. Now shut your yap. We're here. Gadzooks. Someone's making monkeys of us. There must be another writer's room.
Don't worry. I will track them. Over there.
Ha! You're incredible, you savage.
Pablo!
That's not Pablo.
Yes, it is. Igor Pavlovich, rescue at large. Comrades, you're too late.
Because we in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey, you know we got governor on wheels down there. Come on, man. Yes, man.
America will always be a...
And she's faced a lot of backlash since she's made this comment. She even responded to it, which is where I'm going to give my response to the literal perspective of this. But leaning on the satirical aspect of it, I'll just keep it real with y'all. I see a lot of content creators having their feelings about this, but I'm one of them people that just look, man, we call them all time, like Democrat is the new insult, like you know what I mean? Like, so if we gonna dish it, we should be able to take it, right? If Governor Abbott, I don't know much about him or where he's leaning or anything of that nature. I have no regard on his past whatsoever. However, seeing right side of conservative side of media just zero in on this and say that this is a complete act of indecency. Now, I will say this. I'll add this. You have to understand, if you're going to be somebody who's the front runner for the Democrat Party, everything that you say will be put under a microscope. It's just what it is. Somebody even wrote down here, Philip Anderson said, she makes me embarrassed to be black. Oh, wow. Does Speaker Johnson have the spine to do something about it? Now, I will admit this too. I could be ignorant. There could be a piece of information or a key point that I'm missing from this that makes me feel the way that I feel in that regard. I would love to know in the comment section. Y'all know. Let me know. I don't mind being wrong in front of any amount of people, When I'm down, I'm down, you know what I'm saying? So while I'm down, I'm going to be sitting here getting to know as much as I can. I don't know what I just said. Just act like I didn't say. Rep Randy Weber has introduced a resolution to censor Jasmine Crockett after she called Governor Greg Abbott, who is in a wheelchair, Governor Hot Wheels, publicly. Nick Sorter also added this, along with literally assaulting a journalist this morning, should lead to the exclusion to Crockett is a disgrace. What does exclusion mean? Y'all know I gotta go look at the word. Wait, where do we want to go? Hold on. Where did it go? Exclusion refers to the act of forcing someone or of being forced to leave someone. Oh, hold on. Let me say that one more time. Exclusion refers to the act of forcing someone or of being forced to leave somewhere. It can also refer to the punishment of making someone leave their school, organization, or country because of their behavior. Got it. I don't know why my eyes decided to be lazy. But yeah, Rep Randy Weber said, look, dog, what's up? You know what I mean? We need to hold somebody accountable real quick. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be her? I got you. Got Jasmine Crockett. Trump gonna respond under this post. Excuse me. By saying Crockett's actions are absolutely reprehensible, mocking Governor Abbott's disability and then physically assaulting a journalist. This goes beyond partisan politics. It's a complete lack of decency. Censure is just the start. Exclusion should be on the table. There's no place in Congress for this level of disgrace behavior. I'm just saying, I could be missing something, but I hear we call them names all day. I don't know. But is it because of her position that she's getting a microscope on this? Y'all know I'm all about being honest about hypocrisies and things of that nature, and also my lack. I mean, not my lack, but my ignorance on subjects as well. So I wish she would, if she's violent in her hands, I will agree to that, and a literal danger to reporters trying to ask her questions. Oh, y'all gonna see that clip in a minute too. I promise I ain't gonna leave that out. But racism abuse posted. Jasmine Crockett says Trump's team need a black woman in the room. Every woman, first of all, you can't define a woman. Second of all, every woman that y'all said that every woman that he's around, black, white, or Puerto Rican or Haitian, I can't remember the exact phrasing, but yeah, pretty much said that they had low IQ.
Wouldn't advise going inside. Not with your reputation for
Looked at
depravity.
it as like, oh, he picked her for this reason and that reason. So what you think? You think we need you?
There are certain of my associates who would take it upon themselves to exercise their right to lethal force where they took county
Probably need a good black woman in the room who can check you and tell you that first of all you shouldn't be doing this shit on Signal or anything else.
Relax.
Oh wow, sounds like she was talking
I'm not a cop.
to herself.
This is just where the universe put me right
In
now.
reference to the first clip.
Like, you have yours. And quite frankly, I don't give a damn about your antics out there. In fact,
when I hear this video, I hear black women are the only one who could check.
Check this out.
Anybody in the Trump administration? That's racist. Imagine Donald Trump saying, "Hey, you're white. You can't check me."
For 10 years now.
Give me a black woman in here.
In the city.
What?
Cuts them.
And then there'll be a whole special about how he racist for doing that. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Now we got my guy CJ Peterson. He got a message for you, man. He said he got something that's mine for you. And I kind of with him on this.
Don't forget effing cream and sugar.
Copy that.
Can you shut the hell up?
I'm out here getting coffee for cops on the table. And that guy over there is only a modicum of the issue. There's a new cartel running a large-scale cocaine operation out of the Cluck and Bell factory in Toledo Bay. And there ain't no doubt, cops are not only turning a blind eye, they're actively facilitating. If you ask me, the cartel and the cops can both go to hell, preferably on the back of the same bullet. I'm talking about a surgical strike, man. Taking out the whole operation. That's why I came to you.
Unfortunately, this statement is truly important at the same time.
I understand your motivation in these matters. If you raid that factory, anything you find is yours to keep. But this isn't about the drugs for me. This is about these assholes running the biggest protection racket in the state. That's the kind of status quo I cannot abide. As far as my part, I can provide all the intel you need. Records, names, locations. We will need to educate ourselves on the factory, gather materials so you can attack it with style and aptitude.
We're having fallen asleep over here. Get up from that good talk.
Copy that. I'm on my way. Think about it. If anybody deserves to be fucked with, it's these guys. Can I count you in? Excellent. Now on to the first order of business. Acquire some funds. And fortuitously, there are files on some money laundering operations not far from here. The department allows it to happen.
That's my point right there. Like,
I suggest you take a more proactive stance. Time to do what you do. I'm cold. Let me take these fucking assholes their coffee. We know who you are, and we know that you are not playing us.
Drop
But
me the location, surely. These are all businesses
My God,
from
he
all
went
over the
to,
world.
he met her when she was at, he used a theme song right now.
I invite you to consider this as a
CJ
public
Pearson just
investment
got in the front.
opportunity.
I've been
Chance to
sitting in
raise the
jury
funds
council the
we
last,
need to go
I've been
toe-to-toe
put
with the
onto this
cartel
content for
coalition. And as a
the
promise,
last
get
like
to
4 or 5
disrupt some of
months.
your more
Um,
unsavory
I know he's
commitments.
running for a
Not
position
to mention,
in government
just
as
some
well. I
fans
can't
who
remember
know
exactly
this
right
is
now, but
all
he's
real.
running for individual right man. But again, just go ahead and prove my point even further. Like I said, I could be missing a piece. Like she is part of Congress, so there's that. And there could be an element, but depending on my feelings about her saying that could it be seen as indecency? Sure. Yeah, but this is America. Now, if she was speaking on other stuff, I don't know. I'm just not in my feelings about it. Like, I'm just not hurt. I'm sorry. You boo about it, cool. I'm not mad that you mad. I'm not upset that you upset in any kind of way. I ain't said I ain't gonna fail. Right, Congressman. Congresswoman. Crockett is under trash, but the president. Why hasn't Speaker Johnson begun an execution process? Excuse me, for this member is open calling for violence against American companies, and now it's on reporters on camera. Then I'm like, play this. I gotta figure out which market was. Okay, I'm gonna stop this speak on phone because I don't know what they're doing. And they're like, hey, violence. It didn't get like that, y'all. Hello, Congressman.
From this venture, I'm certain.
Right there. Don't stop. Ain't see nothing. Ain't nothing yet. This is the some turns where she smacked down the camera. No, let me that's what they said. If you're gonna play by the rules, they don't create. I mean, if you create these rules, you have to figure out to play by them. Sure, you just touch somebody's property. We're on the technical level now. Forget the intention, forget the content. On the technical level, you just yank somebody's property. Anything could happen. Could have broke that man camera. Anything. And
As we say in Alice.
so yeah, I got a problem. Somebody said violent he needs to be expelled now. He wanted to immediately. I think like some consequences will have to come to her expansion though, involving Tesla and how she is definitely being a key factor in inciting a lot of these protests. Protests for sure, but the vandalism aspect of it is what what else we got here? This has gone too far. The left has been getting away with this for a decade. This gets my blood boiling. Thanks. Thanks a lot of PTSD. Let's go ahead and move on to young. Yeah, Jasmine Crockett be kicked out of Congress for inciting violence. And then following up. So, She doesn't seem to fit. She doesn't seem to fit some kind. Yeah, set it up. You know, I was saying earlier, it might in the fact that Jasmine Crackman ain't snake that thing name. Then this video was posted right alongside of it that it's just not making the case for Jasmine like at all.
Right? I think that you won. I think you won. I think you're okay. You okay with her. You know, I think, and I love Colin, and I think towards the end he started to punch a little harder. But like, like this is has to be knocked over the head, like hard, right? Like there is no niceness to it. Lay it off. Like you go clean off on him, right?
Now again, they could be talking metaphorical, not satirical, of course, but like, oh, you know, you go clean off, you gotta she could be talking about a debate or whatever. Right. But let's play by the Democrat rule book. What would they do in a moment like this, please? 13 minutes and 41 seconds. Put the timestamp and let me know your thoughts on it. Matter of fact, I'll give you a little time. Go. You're like, right, hold on, not enough time. Hey, at least you already in motion. Just then, she blasts Trump supporters. Yeah, she's made her response. She just responded to it saying that we are misinterpreting what she said when she referred to Greg Abbott and as Governor Hot Wheels. Oh, by the way, I should have said this at the beginning of the video. I'm not taking up on her no way, shape, or form. Cardi said she is appalled that people think she was referring to his wheelchair. Wait. This is the moment where it becomes what? What? You literally called a man who is in a wheelchair Governor Hot Wheels, and then you make the claim that you were not referring in any way, shape, or form, you implied, to her being in a wheelchair? I ain't got my whiteboard today, y'all. See if I can expand this for y'all. No, if I do that, it's gonna do that. Okay. No, I'm sorry, you have to read it to y'all. I promise you, I'll work on this aspect of it. I have to make sure that we are able to read together. But her response is, I wasn't thinking about the governor's condition. I was thinking about the planes, trains, and automobiles he used to transfer migrants into communities led by black mayors, deliberately stoking tension and fear among most vulnerable. Did she have the nerve to talk about migrants? Did she have the nerve to bring up illegal? That aren't faith, that aren't in her? In the context that... Okay, literally. The next line I said, I'm going back to reading by the way. She says, literally, the next line I said was that he was a hot mess, referencing his terrible policies. At no point did I mention or allude to his condition. So I'm even more appalled I'm even more appalled that the very people who unequivocally support Trump, a man known for racially insensitive nicknames and mocking those with disabilities, are now outraged. I wasn't outraged at all. I'm over here like looking at the fact that you lying right now. Don't sit there and act like but they act like we just. They act like they act like we're them. Well, they're stuttering like a mug right now. TikTok brings the receipts. That is something a little different. Now we're gonna take a little A little side detour real quick. We got my guy, Officer Tatum, in the building. Jasmine Crockett filed up $40K in earnings as an attorney the last 2 years, yet made $9 million in net worth from 3 stocks.
All right, let's go to Jasmine Crockett real quick, who's a complete mindless woman. One thing you can't be is ghetto and mindless. If you're gonna be ghetto, you gotta be smart. And this is specifically, because I'm gonna go through this before we play the clip. This is specifically to Jeremy that sent me an inbox. And you know I'm talking about you. You gave all that ranking and ripping and raving, and she's smart. She went to a university. She got her own law firm. She got her own law firm. Let's talk about some numbers. Let's talk about some financial disclosure. Now, her law firm, Crockett Law Firm, PLLC, filed $26,000 of earnings and $14,000 of earnings the year before. What kind of law firm are you running that you make $26,000? For those of you who know anything about lawyers, and family law is probably the worst. I don't know what law she's practicing, but I don't even want to tell you how much I paid. I paid almost $100,000. I'm still mad. In a custody case that I had, where there was no dispute other than money. Some people go out for money. They want money. Almost $100,000. That's just me. And I don't know how much she paid. But that's two people that paid well over $100,000. Now, if you don't have two clients that you represent in anything, $26,000 is I don't know what they call that. It's probably laundering a little bit of money through that thing. She definitely ain't got a real practice of bringing in any real business. But the real question is, before I play this video, is that where did she get her money from? I want to put this in context before y'all hear this fool. Talk about Elon Musk and crooked stuff and all that. How did you make your money for real, Ms. Crockett? Because last time I checked, your salary is $174,000 as a House of Representatives, which is the standard salary. It's estimated her net worth is $9 million for real estate and stock investments. And what is her stock investment portfolio? Because we got the financial disclosure right here. Well, what is her investments in? An energy company, MGM Resort, and Moderna. How did she somehow become so successful in this? Somebody say insider trading. I would argue that she's probably doing a heck of a lot of insider trading, if you ask me. You look at her state income tax, her state salary, she filed $2,400. And the year before that, $55,000. She ain't making no money in any other earnings that we know of other than being a House of Representative, but then somehow she worth $8 million from stocks. And you go look at all of these House of Representatives, look at all of these people in Congress that are worth exponentially more money than when they started. What do they all got? Investment in day trading.
That's why I said it shouldn't be day trading.
Probably inside
Ain't no way in the world it should be inside trade.
Don't say it, Brandon. Don't talk about people. Let me represent Crockett. Let's roll what she had to say. Roll.
As it relates to X, he has never made a profit since he bought X. In fact,
I'm glad that we didn't have to go through that. Listen, Jasmine Crockett, you got a lot of explaining to do, man. I mean, that's a big leap. Usually it's like, oh, we don't care about nobody's finances, but that much money. Hey, you go from 40K to a million. Dang, that's insane. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I mean, anything is possible. I think I've said everything I've had to say here. Thank you guys for coming to tune in to yet another episode. If you are a patron, please hit me up, man. I'm trying to figure out what content I want to put on there this week. Didn't get a chance to drop anything last week, so I want to do something that y'all want to see. Also, I want to be a little more consistent. We're gonna have a meeting real soon that we can get some time stamps and get some routines going and everybody be on the same page. Wouldn't that be better? We need to start having my videos come out at a certain time and whatever. But y'all go check on somebody today. You could be saving their life, and then go click on the next video.
Yeah. That's what it is.
We're just getting started.
30 minutes.